Curevent Cancer Foundation. I warmly welcome everyone to this important session on HPV understanding the virus and protecting your health. A heartfelt welcome to our honorable guest, Dr. Anoop Kumar sir, member of Curevent Cancer Foundation, respected teachers, and my dear friends. It's an honor to have you all with us today this evening. So before starting with the session, beginning with the session, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the organization behind today's meaningful gathering. The organization which has gathered all of us today this evening is the Curevent Cancer Foundation. Yes, everyone, the Curevent Cancer Foundation. Curevent is a non-profit initiative dedicated to raising awareness about cancer, promoting prevention, and offering support to those who are affected through educational outreach, awareness programs, and psychosocial support. We aim to empower individuals with the knowledge they need to take charge to their health. Our mission is clear: to bridge the information gap and make early detection with accurate knowledge with a good standard. As a part of our ongoing efforts to grow and improve, we kindly request all the participants to fill out the feedback form. The link will be shared soon in the chat box. I'll share the link soon so you all can fill the feedback form, and all the participants who will fill the feedback form will get a certificate as a token of appreciation. So I would like you all to fill the feedback form once I'll be sharing the form in the chat box. We also encourage you to stay connected. So if you really want to work for the society, for the welfare, so to stay connected with our foundation, you can follow us online, volunteer, support our screening and vaccination initiatives. Today's session is more than just raising awareness. It's about understanding the science, recognizing the risk, and learning how we can prevent cervical cancer with expert insights from leading a voice in this field. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Veena Vishnukarma ma'am, founder and director of Curevent Cancer Foundation, to invite our honorable guest for the day. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Amisha. I am really grateful to see you all here today. Thank you for joining. And it is with great honor that we welcome Dr. Anoop Kumar. Sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So thank you for being with us. And to introduce you, I would like to say that you're highly accomplished biomedical scientist whose work continues to make significant contributions to public health and molecular research. Sir holds a PhD in biomedical sciences from the University of Delhi and currently is serving as a scientist in the vaccine and anti-sera laboratory at NIV, and that is National Institute of Biologicals, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. With over 9 years of experience at NIV, Sir has played a pivotal role in advancing national standards for vaccines and biologicals. His international credentials include serving as a visiting scientist in Canada at a leading children's hospital, where he worked extensively on CRISPR-Cas genome editing technologies that is deepening his research in the field of molecular therapeutics. Dr. Kumar has also been the principal investigator of prestigious research project funded by SCRB DST, Government of India. And the project title was Identification and Evaluation of Functional Significance of HPV 16 Variants in Disease Progression and Immune Response. His work on HPV E5 and E6 on that these are oncoproteins as immunotherapeutic targets is a significant contribution to cancer immunotherapy. His work in this area has contributed substantially to the understanding of HPV-associated cancers and vaccine design. In addition to numerous high-impact scientific publications, Dr. Kumar's multidisciplinary expertise spans genomics, immunology, and virology that is making him a leading voice in the scientific community. We are truly privileged to have you, sir, here. Thank you for joining us. And everyone, please join me in extending a warm welcome to sir. And without further ado, let's welcome Dr. Anoop Kumar to take the virtual stage. Sir, over to you.
Thank you for your basically, I'm working. I did my PhD on HPV vaccine development. That was an Indo-German project where we developed some vaccine construct for HPV against HPV. So, without getting more delay, I'm just showing my presentation. Is my presentation is
Yes, sir, it is visible. But we are on the slide number 3. Now it is.
Now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, thank you for this opportunity and nice introduction again. And today we will talk about human papillomavirus. And here we understand the virus and how we can protect our health from this virus. So, basically, first we should know what is HPV. So, HPV, basically the human papillomavirus, is belong to family Papillomaviridae, and it is a small non-enveloped double-stranded DNA virus. Till date, around 200 genotypes of HPV has been known, out of which 30 HPV types are associated with anogenital cancers. On the basis of their property to cause cancer or not causing cancer, they has been divided into mainly of two types. One is high risk type, that is 16 and 18, and other are low risk type, that was only small wart like some outgrowth on the skins. So HPV is the most commonly sexually transmitted virus, or we can say that it is most commonly sexually transmitted infection, and or means in everyone's life cycle, so it may be the male or female, they have been infected with the HPV once in their lifetime. So, and basically it affects the mucosal membrane such as mouth, like that oropharyngeal cancer, as it is causing oropharyngeal cancer, cervical cancer, vaginal cancer, vulvar cancer, anal cancer, and in male it causes penile cancer also. So that's why these are the primarily sites which this HPV is affecting. And the most important property of this that is generally don't show any symptoms of infection initially, and it can be in human bodies for 1 to 3 years, and it takes longer time for from infection to the development of the cancer. Actually, mostly our immune system generally clears the virus, and but if there is the persistent infection with high risk type virus, that lead to the cancer and other serious complications. Generally, HPV first infect the cells, and then after entering the cells, it went to the nucleus, where it integrates its DNA to the host cell. And till that, HPV infection cannot be treated, but it can be prevented by timely screening, vaccination, all those things. So this it is in 1992 or 1993. First, this Professor Harold Jor Hussain, who linked the HPV with the cervical cancer, for which he got the Nobel Prize in 2008 in medicine. So, what are the risk factor for HPV? So, at young age, basically when puberty hit, then people that was the major thing. We got infection with the HPV, and the increase of HPV exposure the chances of getting HPV was increased when someone have multiple sexual partner, early sexual intercourse, or doing the smoking that weaken the immune response and promote HPV persistence, and the use of oral contraceptive pills for the longer time also help. Yeah.
Sir, your slides are not changing. Please, if you can put it in on slideshow mode.
It is in its slides for more only. And
Yes, now we can
that
see.
it is the same slide on which okay.
Okay.
Now it is changing or not?
Yes, now we are on slide number 6.
Okay. So how means how this HPV do the infection and remains in the body? Basically, virus. This is HPV virus which got infected in the cells, and it lies in the basal membrane for a longer time until unless it got some other exposure, basically the risk factor which increase its replication or enhance the cell proliferation. So from here, from infection, first they maintain their cell, then start proliferation with the cell. What we consider when cell divides itself, and here the main oncogenic protein like E6 and E7 start working, and which like that E6 and E7, basically E7 inhibit the PRP and E6 inhibit the E7 inhibit PRP and E6 inhibit the P53. These protein retinoblastoma and P53 are the tumor suppressor gene, which cause the cell cycle deregulation. So, and after that, the cells start growing in uncontrolled way and cause the cancer. So, these two proteins, E7 and E6, are the main oncogenic protein which are responsible for the oncogenicity of human papillomavirus. On the basis of these, basically, those HPVs are divided into high risk and low risk type. So we are generally saying that HPV is linked with the cancer, with the cervical cancer only, but it is not only causing the cervical cancer. It's causing 75% of vaginal cancer, 60% of penile cancer, 70% oral cancer, 70% of vulvar cancer, and 70% of 90% of anal cancer. So what basically the type of HPV which is associated with a different type of the cancer, like that cervical cancer, there are around 30 major HPV carcinogen which cause cervical cancer. For oral cancer, 16 and 18 are mostly responsible, and like that majorly 16 and 18 are the major high risk type of cancer which are high risk type of HPV virus which are responsible for causing the cancer. But few studies also shows the prevalence of HPV 16, 18 in lung and bladder carcinoma also, and HPV 5 and 8 in the non-melanoma skin cancer. Like that, for all those cancer, it is linked with that it can increase the chances of the cancer. But in cervical cancer, HPV is the etiological agent for the development
Excuse me, sir.
yeah.
So sorry for disturbing you in between, but sir, slides are not changing. Oh, एक ही slide stuck हो गई.
On which slide actually?
Yeah, sir. वो पहले वाली.
Can we do it like that if it is means changing right now?
Yeah. Now it is changing right now. But earlier it was not.
When I am doing this on slide, so I think that will be time. Now it's changing.
No, sir. Now it's not changing.
Okay, can I start again?
If it's okay, shall I present, sir, for you? Then I will keep changing the slides.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Sir, which slide is this?
I I think we are on 1 minute. We are on 11th slide basically that time.
Okay, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. We shall continue, sir.
Okay. So that HPV is the etiological agent for the development of cervical cancer. Basically, we are calling it cancer of uterine cervix. In next slide, please. Next slide.
So, is it not changing?
No, ma'am. It is not changing. It is done. It changed.
But previous slide.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
there is some glitch.
Okay.
So, cervical cancer is the fourth most common. Can you just modify? Sorry. Cervical cancer is the fourth most common cancer in women globally, and the highest prevalence of HPV was seen in Africa, where in 14 cases per 1 lakh cases in 2022, and lowest in the Western Asia. Nearly all cases means basically as I told you in the previous slide also is the 12 to 15 slide again change. 12 to 15 high risk HPV is responsible for causing the cervical cancer, and other risk factor like sexual behavior, smoking, immunodeficiency increase the risk of HPV exposure and persistence. Next. It's not changing. Can you enlarge the slide? Basically, in this slide, we have all type of risk factor which is responsible for cervical cancer development. First is behavioral risk, like that early age sexual activities, first parities at early stage, use of actually use of oral contraceptive pills, smoking and multiple sexual partners. These are the behavioral risk factor for the cervical cancer. And then we come to the socio-economic risk factor. If somebody have limited access to healthcare, low socio-economic status, and sometimes the low education status and poor reproductive health knowledge is also responsible for the development of cervical cancer. And other risk factor like that genetic factors and other screening, and if we are not taking vaccine on time, so these are the common risk factor for the development of cervical cancer. Next slide, please. Okay. So in this generally, basically, can I present this slide actually from my side right now?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Just this slide again. You can. Is this slide visible? to all?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
So,
Yes, sir.
what are the biological behavior of HPV infection and how cervical cancer develop? So, basically, these are the general how HPV or it causes the invasive cancer. So, generally, if normal cervix infected with HPV, and in most of the cases, 90% of the cases, it got cleared, but the persistence in the slide is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
The persistent infection cause this infection to the development of the precancerous or precancerous lesions, and again it takes 1 to 10 years to develop the invasive cancer. So, what are the factors which are responsible for this? For like that, if somebody somebody has young age sex, multiple sexual partner, multiple parity, and poor hygiene, that increase the chances of HPV infection. And if got HPV infection, so generally that was cleared by the host immune system. But when you have a persistent infection with a high risk